What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where today we're going to pin the new 2023 Alfa Romeo Tonale against the new 2023 BMW X1. Now, without many veils, among the absolute targets from different points of view on which the process of making the Alfa Romeo Tonale was based is the BMW X1, now in its third generation, just unveiled by the Bavarian manufacturer. Now, the new X1 has remained similar to the previous generation, but now adopts a greater dose of technology and a new range of engines with powers that reach 326 deliverable horsepower. Now, she's the most formidable rival against the new C SUV of the Vision, but the Alfa Romeo Tonale will still have to deal with other premium SUVs of the caliber of the Mercedes GLA and Audi Q3. On the other hand, this is the very first time for Alfa Romeo within this specific segment, as well as the first time that one of its cars has been put into practice a hybrid engine. So we have to approach this with a simplified comparison to understand what emerges if you put a BMW X1 next to an Alfa Romeo Tonale. Now, starting from a strictly aesthetic point of view, both put into practice concepts already known for both brands, introducing digressions of sure modularity. Now, the Alfa Romeo Tonale, it introduces the classic stylistic features of the brand, starting from the front dominated by the iconic Alfa Romeo shield, and then from the Chalobo layout. And you also have the headlights with the triple wave pattern, also repurposed and reminiscent of different models from the past, while the side profile introduces what the manufacturer likes to call a GT line, and which recalls the shape of the side typical of the Giulia GT. Ultimately, the Alfa Romeo Style Center has worked to the maximum possible, giving the Alfa Romeo Tonale an aspect of great interest from the first feedback, which seems to be put into practice for excellent results. Now, the BMW X1 presents itself with a more aggressive appearance than the previous practice, with sides dominated by the retractable door handles. You also have the front that houses the typical double kidney grille of the larger dimensions, but nevertheless remains proportioned with the aggressive setting of that area. Now, in strictly dimensional terms, the Alfa Romeo Tonale is larger than its German opponent. The new electrified CSUV of the Vision introduces a length of 453 centimeters, 3 more than the BMW X1, a width of 184 centimeters, and a height of 160 centimeters, 4 less than its rival. Now, with this set of dimensional values that guarantees excellent roominess, you also have a substantial load capacity. Although the BMW X1 guarantees 540 liters usable in the trunk against the 500 liters of the Alfa Romeo Tonale. Now, the interiors show a strongly different approach, more futuristic on the BMW X1 side, where you have a more classic side on the Alfa Romeo Tonale. In any case, the CSUV of the Vision introduces high values of technology, certainly not internal to those practiced by BMW. Now, on the Tonale, there is also the dashboard with the binocular setting, dominated, however, by a pleasant virtual cockpit with multiple functions. Now, on the BMW X1, on the other hand, there's a large curved display that contains both the dashboard screen and an infotainment screen in a single element. Now, on the Alfa Romeo Tonale, you have a 12.3-inch screen for the dashboard and a 10.3-inch screen for the center of the dashboard. Now, the digital dashboard of the BMW X1 is smaller, in fact, 10.25 inches, while the one dedicated for the infotainment has a diagonal dimension of 10.7 inches. Now, in terms of engines, the Traverse positioning appears identical, as well as availability of an automatic transmission and front or four-wheel drive. Now, the Tonale starts from 130 horsepower with its 1.5 supercharged petrol hybrid, but it can also be had with a 160 horsepower with variable geometry turbine. And keep in mind, there is a plug-in hybrid version coming out with a little over 100 more horsepower. Now, at BMW, the X1 introduces a range with a supercharged 1.5 petrol engine with 136 horsepower, and then a 2-liter mild hybrid with 218 horsepower with traction on all 4 wheels. And on the X1, you can also have an all-wheel drive on the 211 horsepower xDrive 23D diesel, and on the 245 and 326 horsepower xDrive 25E and xDrive 30E plug-in hybrids. But again, on the Alfa Romeo Tonale, the only possibility of having traction on all 4 wheels will be found on the upcoming plug-in hybrid with 275 horsepower that allows you to travel electrically for at least 80 kilometers. Now, in addition to the diesel mentioned, the BMW X1 also allows you to have a 2-liter and 150 horsepower for the xDrive 18D, while on the Alfa Romeo Tonale, the only diesel is a 1.6 liter from 131 horsepower. No full electric for the Alfa Romeo Tonale yet, but available on instead is the X1 with 439 kilometers of autonomy and 313 horsepower delivered. And in terms of active safety, both have level 2 assisted driving, and the prices of the Alfa Romeo Tonale are very good compared to the BMW X1. The Vision offers the C SUV starting from 35,500 euros, while on the other hand, the BMW X1 starts at 42,500 euros. So, with being able to save $7,000, would you take the Tonale over the X1? Now, I know this is a very Alfa Romeo or Italian automobile biased channel, but just putting those side by side and comparing the two, one of its rivals, how did the Tonale do? We know it automatically loses in the engine ranges, with BMW having plenty of those and an electrified version, but putting everything side by side for 7,000 euros less at a starting price, do you guys think the Alfa Romeo Tonale did its job and beat the BMW X1? Let me know what your real thoughts are down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the Alfa Romeo Tonale against the BMW X1. And with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel and enjoy what I do here, make sure you check the links down in the description below, where I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. I appreciate the extra love and support, guys. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch. I got slides, tank tops, fanny packs, backpacks, Kango hats, everything Ron's Rise is there. Appreciate you guys getting the merch as well. And check me out on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. See everything I'm posting on social media that doesn't always make it here to the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel or click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. Now, with that said, you guys be blessed. Have a great day. And we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.